Hello there, people. Welcome. People of the good life, people that can watch Dota at their leisure, people that can watch important Dota as well, because this is game number 2 of the International 3 Qualifiers West group stages, Group A. And it you know, I say a lot of titles and groups and whatever, but it is an important match, don't get me wrong. Just that this is a match in the group stages doesn't mean that it's not important, because one of these two teams' dreams are gonna get shattered. That's how important this is. That's what's gonna happen. We're gonna see either Absolute Legends or RoX not making it through out of the groups. DD in their group already made it through, Empire already got dropped down, and these two are the last remaining two. The ones that actually formed the opening match yesterday of the entire qualifier, so we're gonna be seeing them again, seeing how they can do this time, if Absolute Legends can take another game, or take a game and force out a game number 3, because right now RoX is 1 game up ahead. They're going to be happy with that. We see them betting out the Slark again. Of course, the 2 games that Absolute Legends yesterday won against RoX were both with a Slark, so they don't want to be having to deal with that again, as yesterday all the games that Absolute Legends played with that Slark, actually they won that, so we're not going to be having that again. Or at least Absolute Legends isn't, because, you know, that's the hope for a Slark gets crushed. I know, I'm seeing this shattered, it's so dramatic, but it's true! I mean, come on! As a team, you know, you're a DotaTV player and you're in a team, and your team is doing pretty nice. You can consider yourself to be one of the top teams in Europe, with which both of these two teams can call themselves, and, you know, your biggest achievement that you can get in Dota 2 only happens once per year. The International. You want to go there. You might not be able to win, but you want to go there to prove that you are top 16 in the world. In the world. That's not a lot of people. If you count 16 times 5, etc. Compared to the amount of people that are playing Dota in the world. So, you know, and this, you know, you get invited to the qualifiers. Oh my god, it's finally happening. Invited to the qualifiers. And then it all comes down to this one game. This is your hope. Otherwise, you have to go to next year. And we know that a lot of people, a lot of teams don't make it 1 year. A year in Dota time is very long. A lot is changing.
5 seconds.
We are going to be seeing a Wisp first pick up by Absolute Legends. The Chaos Knight and the Jay are already getting banned out there. Bat Rider also. We still have the Lifestealer and the Lone Druid in though. Also the Darkseer, but Lifestealer is the one that RoX is going to be getting. That's something that Basil's or Biz is perfect, or Station, which I am told by a Russian community that I should be calling him Station. Station. I'm still pronouncing it wrong, but at least I'm saying something better than Basil's, because Basil's is of course just not rude. That's just not good. But that's one of his signature heroes. Darkseer there as well. We have seen Dread's Darkseer in a lot of games today already, and we're going to see him again today. And again in this match. We saw him in the previous match. We saw him in the match before that. And we are going to be seeing him on the off lane, should it be needed, because of course Darkseer offers a lot of versatility for your team. You can go for the Darkseer inside the jungle, you can go him on the safe lane solo, mid lane solo, off lane solo. Yay! So that is going to be all the versatilities that you can do with the Darkseer. We're going to be seeing what Absolute Legends is going to be picking up. They choose to go for the Magnus, thank you, because I actually filled in the compendium that Magnus was going to be the most picked hero. At least Absolute Legends is trying to help me out a bit, because right now he hasn't been picked that often. But we are seeing the Magnus, and we are probably going to be seeing something that they want to be matching up together with IO. I mean, it's very easy to ban heroes out against that. Like, to make sure that there's not going to be anything there to combine up with that Wisp. And actually they're not going to be going for that. They pick up the Nature's Prophet, rather going for that full global strat. So now you don't only have a Wisp that can relocate somewhere, you also have a Nature's Prophet that can follow suit. We instantly have a Clockwork by RoX. We are going to see probably Yol playing that one as a support, as that is also a pretty good hero to have against the heroes that Absolute Legends has so far. It's a very controllable hero. One thing of course that you should note, that Magnus can actually skewer himself out of the cogs. Yeah, I like the pickup. It works. We saw Yol is amazing with the Clockwork. I'm just a fangirl. What can I say? We're gonna be seeing the puck getting banned out. Tiny now getting banned out as well. I mean, RoX is just going to be banning out the heroes that they don't want to be facing combined up with the IO. And we're going to be seeing supports getting banned out by Absolute Legends that work well together with the Clockwork. So it is going to be the Rubik again, just like previous game. And maybe a Bane or a Shadow Demon is going to get banned out as well, because this game is actually leaving Shadow Demon in the pool for now. And that is something quite surprising, because normally he is not in there this long. And we do, of course, have the first pick going towards Absolute Legends, so they might just leaving him purely because they want to pick it up themselves. Or pick up the Bane in this case, pick up the Bane or the Shadow Demon. And picking up the Bane will give them something against that Life Stealer, of course. And picking up the Shadow Demon will give them something against the cogs, basically. If someone is locked inside, you can always just put a disruption on that target, just to make sure that he's going to be safe. Alchemist is going to be the last one getting banned out together with the Sven by RoX. The Storm was the last ban out from Absolute Legends, so that's going to be more mid laners getting banned out. We still have the Queen of Pain in the pool though. And so far for Absolute Legends, I'm kind of thinking we can expect a mid laner Magnus, an off laner Nature's Prophet, who probably is going to be going into the jungle to begin with. And then the Wisp is going to be going for a safe duo/trial lane. I say duo/trial lane because I'm kind of thinking that Absolute Legends still has some space to pick up a jungle hero if they really want to. I'm kind of hoping they want to, because that will give them a slight edge to get them some extra gold inside that jungle. But there's a large chance that the Nature's Prophet will have to share that gold. Ooh, Ursa!
Radiant
Ursa warrior. La. So Ursa is gonna be with the Wisp, IO. Gonna be nice, gonna be interesting to see how that's gonna be going, because he needs a good start. That's one thing for the Ursa that you have to keep in mind. And now the Shadow Demon, you of course RoX had the chance either a Bane or a Shadow Demon. If you're up against an Ursa, Shadow Demon is the one to go for, because Ursa at some point is going to get his BKB, and the counter against Ursa is just slowing him. Demonic Purge is amazing for that, you can just kite him around. Of course, Ursa up against Lifestealer, we have seen it actually yesterday as well, and it is actually Ursa Lifestealer man fight that Ursa wins. One of the few heroes that can actually stand toe to toe at some point, and just with the Fury Claws and stuff, just killing off Lifestealer. Fury swipes. Claws, swipes, same thing. And yeah, this is an interesting development, as chat again points out. We actually still have the Nyx Assassin in the pool. Now we could see him getting picked up by Absolute Legends, but he doesn't really fit into the lineup of RoX anymore, and Absolute Legends rather go for the Vengeful Spirit, the hero that they were up against in the previous matchup. RoX still needs to have a new carry, and one that's going to be going on the safe lane solo probably, or solo mid actually they need. Solo mid they need, because that's what they miss. And then Dread on the long lane solo, and then trial lane with the Lifestealer, Clockwork and the Shadow Demon. And of course the Shadow Demon Clockwork work very nice together. You have got the disruption, and the cogs can go around the target that's getting disrupted, so that's great. And by the way, Battery Assault will make sure that Magnus probably can't charge away. It's one of those things that you have to keep in mind. But yeah, just a mid laner needed. Which kind of mid laner do you want to put up against Absolute Legends right now? Because Queen of Pain would be, of course, the all-round hero that you would think of. And that's great, and that's amazing. But Queen of Pain is also a hero that goes off by herself and ganks people. And do you really want to go off by yourself when you know that there can be Ursa, Wisp and Nature's Prophet standing right next to you in just moments of time? And do you rather want to have something that can have some massive slows that is just better against that Ursa? I mean, the disable from Vengeful Spirit is quite strong, so maybe you want to have something that you can do against that, or have some more disable of your own. I mean, so far you have got the disruption, which is of course a disable, but you can't attack a target through it. And they're gonna go for the OD. OD up against an Ursa is amazingly strong until Ursa gets himself the BKB. Because that's the one counter against the OD, or the one. There's of course more, but that is the counter against the OD. If you get a BKB, the right clicks of OD are gonna be kind of pointless. Anyways, let's see how this is gonna go. We are gonna be switching. No, the wrong button. There we go. This is the right button, but it does turn off the music. There we go. This is the right one. We're gonna be seeing who's playing what, who's going where, and who's going when. We see that both the Wisp and Lifesteal are not picked up just yet. Both teams just
10
waiting,
seconds remaining.
taking their time until the last moment to pick up their heroes, because the longer they wait,
5
the more
seconds
time they have to
remaining.
think about what they're going to be doing with their lanes. This game is game number 2 of the qualifiers to TI3 of the Western qualifiers, the group stage A. One of these two teams is going to be leaving their group stage, leaving their group,
Prepare for
joining DD in the next stage of the qualifiers. The other is gonna go home with nothing but empty hands, a very, very, very sad face, and a lot of disappointing feelings in their stomach. And that's something that you don't want to be having. So these teams, they're gonna fight like bears, like lions, however you want to call it. This is the moment. If you had any pocket strats that you were saving for TI3, you better use them now, because there's a chance you might not even get there. Oh my god, if they get this, I'm gonna be winning this. I'm gonna be winning the level 1 Roshan thing. How many Roshans are gonna be level 1? Oh, come on, Dread! Dread, gonna get stunned up, gonna get skewered, gonna be, oh, putting Miracle up on the high ground. Dread still alive, the Cog's helping out, but the first blood goes the way of the Wisp. Mania, Trouble, getting up and wounded, gonna go down, gonna be picked up by the OD. Vengeful Spirit still hanging around there, is gonna have to wait until she has gold. Oh no, it's actually Unicorn that's eating his way through with Tangos. Nicely done. Saving a teammate, but that's, oh damn it! I was hoping, like, in a compendium thing, I was hoping that they were gonna try and they were gonna succeed. That would have been amazing, and that would have been great, because they already lost so much other points with things. But they, of course, I mean, I guess with the Wisp and the Ursa, it's kind of obvious, but yeah. Yeah, okay, anyways, let's stick to the game. Let's stick to the game. So it's a 1-for-1 trade in the end. Absolute Legends does get the first blood advantage. There were a lot of tangos used by the Ursa though for that. He used all his tangos, so he'll miss those on the lane. The good thing is that he doesn't really need that much because he's up against Clock. And Dread actually picked up Cogs first, so he doesn't have to worry about flare spam just yet. Dread is gonna, hey, they switched it around. Dread is gonna be playing the Clockwork. That means Darkseer are played by Yol. And this is a swap around from most of the games that we've seen so far. And Yol's gonna be going into the jungle. We're gonna be seeing Vanscore playing the Shadow Demon. Of course, it's gonna be BZZ playing the Lifestealer, and in the mid lane, it's gonna be Solo playing solo mid, as he has been doing the entire time, playing the OD this game, already having himself a kill under his belt. Something that Miguel is probably quite jealous of. And my desk is moving. Huh. Nope. Stop moving. I guess it's just my laptop working hard with heating things. Awkward. Sorry for that slightly distracted notion. Anyways, Magnus gonna be played by Miguel here in the mid lane. He is already gonna be having 2 supports running away from him, actually. The haste rune is there. Oh, running away from him. Actually, no, 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 no. Here comes the stun, looking for it, and there's not gonna be the imprisonment. But there's also not going to be a follow-up. He was away in time, and the Wisp not coming out to help. That was the haste rune helping out, of course, to get that stun going, but not really any follow-up. Miguel gonna be slightly behind here, gonna be getting burned a bit of his mana. And we'll see how that's gonna go, as we're gonna be seeing a top lane getting a bit of a trouble, looking to go get some trouble for Dread. He has his cogs, but he'll get stunned. Stunned again. Clawed. Mauled. He's running to enemy territory. And he dies within his own cogs. IO picking up the kill, so at least making sure that Unicorn couldn't get close. And of course forcing a bit of Unicorn's mana away as well. But that's a rotation. Mania, of course, is going to be in the jungle. He knows that he can't do anything on the bottom lane, so he's in the jungle farming. Picked himself up the Basilis ring first. Of course, he is one of the people that actually died in the first level 1 engagement, so he's going to be a bit behind at that. We're going to be seeing Miracle playing the Vengeful Spirit this game. Rise is going to be playing the IO, and it is going to be Unicorn on the Ursa. Did I miss anybody? No, I don't think so. Cool. So we have got an aggressive, no, sorry, safe trial lane. We're in semi-quattro lane, actually, if you can count the Nature's Prophet as well, on this top lane. And Dread is going to be having to deal with that. It's going to be tough. And his goal is mostly going to be to get levels rather than get farm, even though for now he's doing okay with the lane pushed out properly. There is, of course, no wards anywhere around to stop pulls from happening, so he's gonna have to be happy with the things that he gets, as he get a lot of harassment here already from Unicorn. But for now, he is doing okay, and he's actually gonna be having level 3 soon, which is quite nice. Spirits will still hit from Rise, the cogs are there to at least burn a Rise away from some mana. Look at that harassment from the tower, Rise! Overstaying his welcome, or just coming a bit too close. Flare is gonna hit as well, 40 HP left. Pops a salve, but you know, you wish you didn't have to at this point. In the meantime, it is gonna be Lifestealer that's gonna be pushing a bit on the bottom lane, maybe trying to force someone to come here, to just stand here without being really able to get anything. That's of course already worth something. But not able to get it, not able to get a TP out, that is, but is able to of course continue his harassment. Has got a shield, is got a Quelling Blade as well, and has got some extra tangos from Venscore. Venscore, who is just pulling and stacking, because this is where he should be getting his experience, not taking any experience away from the lane, and just getting his own in the jungle, making sure he makes good use of that. In the meantime, Darkseer is actually rotated top. Yol going to be here to help out, just in case. Iron Shells are going to be pushing out the lane a bit. The thing about if you push the lane out a bit, if you push it right now too far, you'll make sure that with the next push, the lane will be pushed out again, and you know, you get my drift. You want to have the lane pushed out, because that goes towards your tower. Nature's Prophet goes down to neutral. We're gonna assume that it was on purpose, as the blood puddle is right there. Yeah, that was on purpose. He wasn't trying to run anyway. And they're gonna be going for this. Yol has got a surge, and Yol is gonna be able to pick it up, and the cogs in the right place. And Flare is gonna send them on their way. Nicely done. Nicely done indeed. And a duel. This is interesting to see though. Like, this is a dual lane right now, but dual lane with two people that we normally see soloing. It's quite funny to see that happening. As we do, the push on the bottom lane continues now with a lot of creeps there as well. Vanscore helping out, just trying to see if they can force Nature's Prophet to come, and he is indeed coming. His TP is on cooldown. He does have Treants coming with him, and he can make new ones as well. So he is going to be going there, and he will be able to delay the push from happening. Fortification actually getting forced out from this as well. And we are going to be seeing a rotation coming here. It is going to be Rise coming in. We'll be able to tether and get some more speed up on Miguel should he needed it, but he didn't need it. He is missing quite a bit of mana already, and I think one more actually would be reducing him to below 80 mana. Yeah, they would. 26 mana. That's even less than below 80. That's just nothing. He can't do anything anymore. In the meantime, top lane might be some issue. Rise coming in again. Might be trying to go for Yol, but nope, no can do. And this is the trouble for RoX. I mean, they can't really counter initiate on this lane. I say trouble, but it's kind of like a luxury. Well, not a luxury issue, but more like, you know, you wish you could have done that at that point, because Rise was kind of solo singled out a bit. In the meantime, Solo sitting on 28 for 12. We have got Miguel on 17 for 4, so it is going to be the mid lane won by Solo, at least based on last hits. You can compare the Ursa, of course, to the Lifestealer. Ursa is sitting up on 33 for 3, with Lifestealer on 37 for 9. Difference going a bit in the way of the Lifestealer, but not that much. And we also have, of course, got to keep in mind that Unicorn actually been part in both of the kills that RoX has been able to do so far, while Lifestealer has only been part of that one kill that was done at the start of the game. And right now, Wisp is level 3. Something that we have to watch out for. When that Wisp is level 3, when that Ursa is level 8, probably around the same time that will happen. These two, they're gonna go on a trip, and they're gonna be spilling some blood. That's what they're gonna be doing. And so far, Unicorn though, I mean, he is one of those heroes that is done earlier with being able to do something on the map than the Lifestealer, because you can't, like I said, I can't compare him to the Lifestealer in terms of farm, but I can't compare him in terms of what he brings to the table in the game. And in the meantime, Disruption there, Soulcatcher as well. Mania, he's locked inside, trying to TP out, won't be able to do that though. The Infest out is there, and Basil's got himself a kill. Nicely done. In the meantime, on the top lane, we have to tether out. Unicorn looking for a target. Stomps, Dread, Cogs. Dread is going to be able to walk himself out. The Cogs helping out. Dread is going to be able to stay alive, and they actually found Rise. Maybe they can do this with 2 Iron Shells, but Unicorn chasing them down. He doesn't have any mana, but he does have 7 stick charges, actually. He could try to go for this. Sprout up on Yol. There could be a clap. There is a clap. It actually hits on Yol as well, but the Cogs, once again, those Cogs, those are the most amazing things right now. If Yol manages to stay alive, gets a stun in his face, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. They can't do it anymore. Miguel actually comes in. Oh, come on. Miguel tried to make something happen, but he couldn't. Oh my god, he is the most sad Magnus ever. Like, I was thinking, like, why didn't he use his RP? He has got almost full mana bar, but his full mana bar is only at 104. That's the sad Magnus. And that is a very, very, very happy RoX.KiS that keep Yul and Clockwork alive. Those cogs, amazingly done, amazingly placed, and probably right now a thorn in the side of Absolute Legends. If you say it that way. Unicorn actually walking all the way back to base, I mean, why not? He can't really farm right now because he's too low, and he can do that. He can TP himself back to where he wants to be, and maybe with that he'll be able to make something happen on the map. Rise is still not level 6 though. Rise needs some solo experience, which is what he is getting right now, which is good. Because he needs that, because right now Ursa's ready. Oh, stun still gonna be happening up on solo. We are gonna be having Magnus back up again, but Magnus again, his mana is just not there. Flare's coming in solo, looking for this. Can try to do this. Oh, hello Eclipse, and that is gonna be Miracle getting picked off just like that, and nothing that Miguel can do with his teeny weeny mana pool. Ursas do look dangerous when they pop that stuff. Shouting like that. You automatically start to run, even though he's only doing that for creeps. I saw that. Anyways, we've got ourselves the OD going for the Force Staff, of course. That's the logical build that Solo is going to be going for. Get that initiation going, and then just spike ahead in terms of intellect. And I say that, and I see that he's going for an item that I really love, but has been not really that favored. It is the Rod of Athos. So a lot of slow, 60% slow. 60%. Don't underestimate that. That is huge. And what I said during the draft is even more valid right now, as we are going to be having Mania. Gonna get picked off. Nope, gonna be able to TP out. Is it gonna be Shadow Demon that picks up the kill? Nicely done. But what I said during the draft was that the one thing that can, of course, hurt Ursa most is slow.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
And that's what the Demonic Purge brings, but also what the Rod of Athos brings. I love it. I really do. I'm hoping that he still is gonna get a Force Staff afterwards, because I like Force Staffs as well. But I really like seeing him having to use top lane action going on. Miguel finally has a mana pool to go for an RP. Probably wants to use it. Yul is not gonna be able to search himself out of this one, and I don't think he can. Nah, he's not gonna try. He's just gonna go down. His teammates not able to help him out. Dread is gonna be locked inside a Sprout, but it doesn't really matter. Disruption is there, trying to stop Miguel from going in. Of course, he still wants to use that RP. Gonna get a Shadow Poison to get that vision going. Dread still running away. Will be able to run successfully and get into safety. Miguel doesn't have a Blink Dagger to chase him down with. Maybe Dread wants to go. No, burning away mana. As if he doesn't have a hard time already, as we see Miracle in a bit of trouble. Out of mana already, solo. Doesn't have his Eclipse this time though. Does have a lot of intellect now, especially if you're an agility support. He actually doesn't have any points in Arcane Orb, which is quite surprising at this level. I mean, you might want to have at least one now, just to make sure you get that. I mean, you have your aura anyway, so why not even have that? But interestingly enough, not going for one level with it. Will, of course, get it next level. Should be able to get a next level surge. All trouble, cogs helping out. Gonna be finding him Unicorn as well, but they're locked inside. Here comes Miguel, burning away mana, gets the RP just on Yul though. Here comes Basil, looking for Rise. Rise already picked off before he can TP Unicorn into safety. Unicorn running for his life. Can they slow him down again? No, they cannot, and he is running. Oh. Hello, Itolo. There comes the Eclipse. There comes the Esper Imprisonment. Miguel is gonna pay. And he is gonna pay with his life. He tries to deny the tower, can't do it. Tower goes to the Clockwork, and that is gonna be 5 heroes on the top lane for RoX, as they pick apart Absolute Legends one by one after that one person RP upon Solo, who actually, or Yul, he didn't actually die. Did he? No. He didn't.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
I can't say he did. Did he? No. I did see him die right there, but that was earlier, right? I'm waiting for a confirmation from the chat. That's the upside of having no delay. They can actually correct me when I say something wrong.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
But they're not saying anything.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
But RoX probably pretty happy with themselves right now. We do have the Wisp at level 6 though. He just tried to use his first relocate, of course, to help get Unicorn out of there. But right now, this is the time where they should be trying to get things going. And they're gonna be fighting Basils first, but this is something that shouldn't happen. Basils wins that man fight. That is not something that you would expect to happen. Mania's gonna drop here as well, solo, with indeed the Arcane Orb, doing massive amount of damage. And Absolute Legends, they have to reconsider, they have to regroup, recuperate, and rethink what their game plan is right now, because they are getting picked off one at a time. And I'm still having my mouse selected on that Wisp, because he is the one, together with Unicorn's Ursa, that is supposed to be getting this thing together. Mania, like the whole theory is, of course, Rise and Unicorn teleporting somewhere, having Mania teleport in there as well, and just pick off the hero that they find. But it is something that RoX.KiS is, of course, expecting, and they are saying, you know what, you're not going to be able to pick off anybody of us. We're just going to play some 5-man Dota right now, and we're going to teleport bottom. We're going to stop the push there. Miguel, already running for his life, has got the Wrath of Asos on him, and he's, oh, look at that. It's going to be invisible still though, but you saw the slow. It was just insane. They're not going to be getting a kill, as Miguel actually gets burned away a bit of mana. I think he got hit by those cogs. Roshan is going to be the target though. I guess that's maybe something that they can try and maybe actually get as well. And there's a cell from Rise helping out. In the meantime, on the top lane, TP out from the Nature's Prophet was in time. And they are going to be able to get this. Yes, they are.
Immortality.
Miguel running around in his invis is almost running out though. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking here. Maybe he thought he was going to be able to do something, but nope. Or maybe now he can, with help of Unicorn and Rise. They're going to be finding each other fairly soon though. It's daytime, they see each other, and it's going to be Solo that actually walked in to maybe go for Nest from Prismet, but knowing that Miguel sticks around is kind of the clue for Solo that he is not alone. And especially not with that ward right there. Oh, the relocate top. He's gonna go for Basils. The RP is there, and the damage as well. It is gonna be Basils running for his life. Won't be able to, and these are the kinds of pickups that Absolute Legends so desperately needs, even though they kind of also need them without the RP. But the RP for the Lifestealer definitely worth it. As Wisp comes back to where he started off, of course, goes down. No real challenge there. At least he is the only one that gets traded for the kill on the Lifestealer, which is a worthy trade still for Absolute Legends. The gold graph though, looking merciless. It is gonna be RoX.KiS that is 10k gold ahead. Experience graph, bit of a drop back from the 10k mark, but still 7,500 at 14 minutes in. It is pretty damn painful for Absolute Legends right now, as we are gonna be seeing Solo in the prime of his time. With, of course, no deaths yet for him. I mean, there's only 4 kills on Absolute Legends. It's really not that much. We see that there is actually both the OD as well as the or Sven score on his SD Shadow Demon not dying yet this game. As we see Dread looking for a hook. We see Unicorn going to dodge it. Dread actually, nah, he has it on cooldown still. But the tower will still go down.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Well, that took you long enough, and of course back to protection was still there. It was kind of funny. But, yeah. Awkward. Need to have the Lifestealer there to help out. Anyway, the relocate is up again. The question is, where are they gonna go? They're gonna go bottom. Are they gonna go Dread? Yes, they are. Here they come. Tower is what they want. Maybe Dread as well. They're ready. The TP support's coming in. Rise, run for your life. Unicorn at least took the tower, but he is not gonna be taken home again by the Wisp. The Aegis is still there. That helps. Rise is gonna be out again, but he is not gonna be happy either, because he still dies to the Flare. Or the Urn Charge. Was the Urn Charge? We're gonna say it's the Urn Charge. It's probably better. Probably the one that actually had it. Unicorn able to TP out, of course. He had the Aegis. But that's, I mean, he used the Aegis. Basically, it was a trade for the Aegis and a Wisp versus the tower kill. Might have been worth it though, as the open wounds go miracle, and this is gonna be a kill that is very simple to get. As we have got the Lifestealer already having his armlet up. And the push continues on the bottom lane for RoX. They want to take down the tier 2 tower bottom. Should be able to get this. fairly easy.
Radiant's top tower is under
Surges up and Dread, in case he wants to do something. And they continue on.
bottom tower has fallen.
They don't want to break. They don't want to stop. They don't want to slow. They want a very early tower. Tier 3 tower, that is. Because it's only 17 minutes into the game. And they're knocking on the door of Absolute Legends base right now. Is Absolute Legends gonna open? I don't think so. Hostile visitors. Desolator almost up on Basil's TPs towards the top tower. Disruption is already there, holding Mania in place. Mania trying to TP himself out, but the Astral Imprisonment will stop him. And that is gonna be Mania again. No can do. It is too much. The Arcane Orb is just too much. In the meantime, the middle tier 1 is also going to be attempted. This is something that Absolute Legends should try to do. Get the pressure on all sides. Split push. Take gold. Try and take gold. The vacuum is going to be too late, but the tower is going to be in the 9 range. At least the tower is going to go down. It's not the most amount of gold they could have had, but at least it's more than they had before, because before the tower wasn't even down. So, you know, these are the kind of things that you want to see them do. You want to be able to see them get some gold up, to be able to still have a chance to get their core items up. But of course the RoX has their core items up. Look at the difference between net worth between this Lifestealer and the Ursa. It is a Desolator that's completed right now. We have over 10k net worth on BZZ, and we are going to be seeing the Ursa sitting on 5,500, so almost a double amount on the Lifestealer. I say almost because it's not quite, but yeah, maybe now it will be, because the tower goes down, even though it's OD taking the gold. All the tier 2 towers now down. We're gonna have Roshan up again in, well, actually quite long from now, 5 minutes. We might see RoX already trying something before that, because they know the longer they give that Absolute Legends the time to farm up, the bigger of a threat that RP will be. Because he has got his Blink Dagger, the bigger of a threat that Ursa will be. He'll be building up a BKB, most likely. And the Nature's Prophet will be transitioning more into a semi-carry role. So do they really want to give time to Absolute Legends? On the bright side, I mean, if you think of this late game, this Lifestealer is still going to be out of control, kinda. And he is actually baiting right now. They're hoping for a Wisp TP. They can try if they want to. They can also use it to get himself out. Unicorn already got Burnimated mana. Infest out. Gotta be going for Unicorn. Finds himself in a man fight that he doesn't want to take. And the man fight goes away of... Oh, hi Mania, welcome back. Of Basil's actually, of BZZ. They're gonna be able to pick up the Wisp here as well. At least the Ursa will be safe. Unless he brings him with them as well. And I don't think that he wants to, and he doesn't. So that's that. I'm not sure why Mania still came in. I'm kinda thinking that he could have cancelled, but he was too late probably with that, otherwise he probably would have. And the push continues once again for RoX on the bottom lane. It's 16-4. RoX looking to be on fire. I don't see Absolute Legends lined up from yesterday. Or at least I don't see Absolute Legends gameplay from yesterday. They can't find their momentum. And that is troublesome for them right now. Very much so. 15k gold in their favor. 10k experience in their favor. And RoX, they're not done yet. Far from done, that is.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Miguel, this is your time. RPs are the one thing that they can still try and take this game with, but it has to be a perfect one, because there's disruptions and astral imprisonments to try and save people's lives, or to try and initiate fights. There is rages, there is vacuums, dark seer walls, there is cogs. There's a lot of pressure for that Miguel, and because they don't really have that much follow-up, rather than apart from putting Unicorn in harm's way and just having him bash on one target, and he doesn't have any AoE. There goes the first Astral Imprisonment. Miguel gonna jump in, gonna RP, gets 3, gets disrupted though, and gets a hook in his him as well. Eclipse going through, Miguel going down, Vengeful Spirit going down, Unicorn going down. Magnus buys back though. Rise is gonna get slowed by the Rod of Aethos. Ultra kill. Solo looking for a rampage. Can he find it? Astral Imprisonment. Solo has to run away from tier 4. Is gonna be able to get away for sure, but is not gonna be able to get himself a rampage. Unfortunately for him, it is gonna be more buybacks. One set of racks though, or one melee racks going down. A set of racks still standing. Unicorn looking for a way and needs to get a Blink Dagger maybe instead of a BKB, because he needs to get some movement going. And look at these slows. He can't do anything. He gets swapped into safety, but the vacuum brings him right back And of course the Vengeful Spirit, responsible for the vacuum, dies as well, together with Unicorn, Steel, and Miguel that was around there as well. I'm thinking this is the end of the line for Absolute Legends. This is the farthest they go. They did it yesterday, beating RoX in a 2-1 victory in the first round of the group stages for Group A. But can they still turn this around and do the same thing again? My hopes, not that high. RoX looking really solid this game, spiking up. There's really no moment where they actually drop the ball. And, well, maybe an experience graph perhaps, but you know, this is just RoX playing 5-man Dota and paying a bit of experience for it, while Absolute Legends wasn't playing 5-man Dota just yet. They are on top of this game. It is their game to lose. Absolute Legends gonna be the ones to be at the back foot very heavily. I'm gonna be probably pretty damn frustrated, and this is tough though, because if you're Absolute Legends right now, you are of course on the brink of getting eliminated, and you know you don't want that, so you're gonna be maybe taking extra risks or doing, you know, that extra thing which you can't really afford right now, as we have got a smoke up there. RoX is gonna be surprised with an RP from the side, perhaps. That's gonna be the thing that can turn this around. But Miguel gonna be already using the RP, but only catches one, scores down into safety, finds Dread to come with him though, and Miguel running for his life. The hook in is still hits, and Dread picks up the kill. In the meantime, Ursa jumps himself in, goes down, Miracle goes down, Mania running for his life, and this is already 3 heroes on the sidelines, and Absolute Legends, they say to GG, this is gonna be RoX and AD making it out of Group A. And I can't believe this is only the group stages. We are gonna be seeing a lot more sad faces here, because Absolute Legends, I said it at the start, one of these two teams is gonna have their dreams shattered. Their dreams of going to TI3 right now are over, and what then is the question. What then is the thing to ask, and we are gonna be seeing all the disconnects coming out. The congrats comes out as well. I'm suggesting, well, not yet, but probably after this game is over, after the end screen is there, there's gonna be some end game analysis on both Good Studio stream and maybe again in a post-game interview on the Good Studio stream. Join Dota has more analysis, I think, or well, more talk, and the interview is gonna be on the Good Studio. But yeah, I don't have that, so you know I'm gonna use somewhere else for that. What a game! Absolute Legends, they didn't really stand a chance, and I feel so sad for them. Like, look at all the Ghost Scepters, all against that Ursa. So sad for that Ursa. Well, tomorrow is the start of Group B. We have now, of course, got 2 teams being dropped out. Let's jump ourselves into the next game, and I'll continue talking, because I gotta sort some overlays anyway. Hey, where's my mouse? Hello, mouse? Oh, there's my mouse. Okay, yes. So get ourselves to the next one. Get ourselves to a different overlay. Yeah.